I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. We may be weary, and sometimes we just don't know how we can keep on keeping on. Take one day at a time and trust that history will show. When we united, we are strong. I believe the journey's nearly over. I believe these troubled times will end. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. So take care of each other, for we all need the hope that heals, the love that mends. Even when the darkness is as far as we can see, the sun will shine again somewhere just around the bend. Each other, for we all need the hope that heals, the love that mends. Even when the darkness is as far as we can see, the sun will shine again, I believe, just around the bend. Just around the bend. I believe the journey's nearly over.
I believe the journey's nearly over.
I believe these troubled times will end.
I believe these troubled times will end.
I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. Just around the bend. It amazes me how strong the power of love can be. Sometimes you just take my breath away. You watch my love grow like a child, sometimes restless, sometimes wild. Sometimes you just take my breath away. To slip by, and it's too good to lose, too good to be there just to you. I'm gonna stand on the mountaintop and sing the news that you take my breath away. you take my breath away. Yeah, and it's too good to slip by, and it's too good to lose, too good to be there, just to use. I'm gonna stand on the mountaintop and tell the news that you take my breath away. Sometimes it amazes me. Sometimes it amazes me. Sometimes it amazes me. Sometimes it amazes me. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I should say. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear for the whole world to hear. I wish I could share all the love that's in my heart. Remove all the bars, oh, that keep us apart. I wish you could know what it means to be me. Then you'd see and agree that every man should be free. Oh, I wish I could give all I'm longing to give. I wish I could live like I'm longing to live. I wish I could do all the things that I can do. And though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. The piano man sing us a song tonight. We're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling. What was that? That's right.
All right.
Thank you. That will do. It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man, he's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He said, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, got us feeling all right. The John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke. He'll light up his smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. You see, John, I believe this is killing me, as the smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La 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 la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Now, Paul, he's a real estate novelist. Oh, yes. He never had time for a wife. And he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy, and probably will be for life. Oh, and the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar. I say, man, what are you doing here? La 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 la. La 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 la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. It's a pretty good crowd for a Sunday. Well, that night would be, were it up there. That only dogs could hear, and yet here we are, another 181 shows now down. I've only got a few before I die, so that's the good thing. Looking forward to that.
Thank you
won't
very
have to-
much.
Well, I'm just saying.
Do you know something I
I'm
don't?
just saying that, and actually, what can I just ask?
What?
When I do die, right, which could be sooner rather than you think, right? Sooner than you think. Are you going to be coming in here? Are you going to learn to play the piano?
Nope.
Oh, well, that was quick.
Yeah.
You could just come back with something a little more witty.
No, well,
Like-
no. I mean, you know, I'll sell all the pianos, make some money,
You sell these pianos.
sell all
I
the
will come
instruments
back to
hanging up on the
haunt you.
wall.
I certainly will. Yeah, we had to get rid of a piano. I'm talking with my lovely guest here that's coming in. Beautiful guest, Clare Wheeler, who's coming to sing for us a little bit later, not too long ago. And you know, we had another grand piano in here. Do you remember?
I do.
It was Kemble, and so she maybe sell that. Oh yeah, because we didn't have three
I didn't
pianos.
make you sell it.
Right. So
I
you're a
suggested
horrible
it would be a good idea. That
suggested
actually
good-
having
You
two
suggested
grand pianos and an upright in a
and two electrics.
semi-detached house
That's
was
not
probably
three
a little bit
electrics, actually, three
overkill.
electric
Little bit
pianos.
overkill.
Yeah, they are. I'm trying to get rid of one right now. Actually, one of the and somebody's offering me another one the other day, weren't they? Susie Speed. She wants me to take another piano, and I don't think I can. I haven't got room for them anymore. But we are on tour with them, to be fair, right?
You're
But
trying to talk yourself into it.
I'm trying to talk myself. No, I can't. I can't possibly have another piano. Anyway, so what kind of week have you had, Sue? Has it been
busy.
pretty ropey?
Yeah, no, busy. 3 funerals this week, so that was busy.
Yeah, wasn't it? Loads of visits.
Lots of visits, yes.
I didn't have a show this week, and I didn't have anything this week, which is most unusual.
No, you had
And I didn't have university,
you were
which is
ill.
kind of weird. Then I
were
was
ill
ill
most
for the
of the
whole week. So after looking right at the camera here, I do need some sympathy because I get very little sympathy from anybody. Okay, they go, "Oh, well, that's a shame," and then they move on. And so all I'm saying is that I'm an old man, and my bits are falling off. As Adrian Pinnock is wont to say, he does an inventory of his body in the morning just to check that it's all in one place. And then he carries a carrier bag with him just in case anything drops
Falls
off
off.
during the day that he can bring back in. So that's how I'm feeling, people. And in fact, I want you to notice how I've changed, and I'm very trendy now. I changed to where I didn't. I have not been. We didn't change. This is it. This is what I was wearing to rehearse. This is what I was wearing all day.
Very true.
It's been really horrible. I'm sorry about that. Whereas Claire is looking gorgeous in her sparkly dress. Well, not sparkly, but, you know.
Well, at least someone made an
and
effort.
Sue's looking very trendy in her white jacket that I bought her. Now, the thing is, Claire, that what happens with this Piano Man is it can last. We run little bets as to how long the Piano Man can do before I finish, how long I can babble. We are remembering today, particularly, with a number of people that we're going to be
do
talking
that
about.
later?
But no, we're talking about John Bown at the moment.
right,
Is
yes.
John in with us?
Yes, he is. He is. Yes, he just
John,
said that he's struggling a bit.
Now, we've
so-
just been staying up with John in Chesterfield at his 13th century barn. A most wonderful experience. The most hospitable
It
people
wasn't a
I
barn,
think
it's
I've
a
ever...
farmhouse.
Farmhouse, you know what I mean? That's what I meant. Most hospitable people I think I've ever met, Claire, I would say. They are. In fact, they're on the border of killing you with kindness. I've never known people.
They are so generous and
They feed you
kind.
day and night.
Wonderful.
They are wonderful people,
wonderfully
and I
generous,
just want it recorded
hospitable
here.
People.
That for all the people down south, you don't get that kind of hospitality. It just is not. It's not normal. And nor, I hasten to add, I'll just do a little moment for those of you in the church. Nor is it normal for people in church to do it. Hospitality is a weird thing. We would always, when we were young, we would invite everybody. That was our thing. We would all, but nobody else did. They went, "Oh, that's incredible! You have people back to your house." Well, it wasn't planned. No, they come in and they just eat what we eat and sit and have a sleep and then go, or whatever they're doing. And they could never get hold of this. And I think actually what the Bounds up in Chesterfield,
Boundless
boundless
hospitality.
And I just send big love out to you, mate, because
Yeah.
I do understand the heart stuff is. Your dad's had issues over the years, the same, so I know that it's an issue close to very many people's heart, and and to my mother's as well. And she's now with kidney and heart failure at home today. I don't think she's going to be watching me tonight. She'll watch tomorrow.
Possibly.
But sending out love to everybody who's ill. So tonight we have no idea what's going to happen, as usual, apart from Claire's here going to sing some beautiful tunes for us. Tell us, we're going to have a little interview all about her life as a musician, as a singer. We'll go back a bit into, delve into our past relationship as singing teacher and pupil for a very short time, which led her onto the path that she was going. In fact, led her directly away from me, which was about right. So it's a pretty good crowd for a Sunday. And the manager, she gives me a smile. She's the manager. Because she knows that it's me. And this is the thing that she finds very difficult. She knows that it's me. They've been coming to see. It's such a egocentric, narcissistic kind of career, isn't it? To forget about life for a while. Oh, and the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar. They say, "Man, what are you doing here?" La 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 la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling all right. And as the piano dies away, we welcome once again to show 181 with JV live in the Steinway room, and this time with special guests. And yeah, it's lovely to see you all here. It's been a tough week, actually, for me, and it's been a tough day. So just take it as read that that's where we are. So we come in here, and one of the things we talked about was the way that music is used to heal. And I often play when I'm feeling terrible. So tonight, I'm feeling terrible. And so, actually, do you know what? It's good to be reminded right early on of this. And Dan Bellamy, I just forgot your name, and his brother Pete, with whom he is staying. You wrote this week, and your situation continues to be difficult for you. And we think about you this week, Dan, and I asked you which song you wanted, and so I'm doing this for you. And actually, everybody out there, if you could just send a few hearts and a bit of love to Dan today. And he's got various bits of operations and stuff still happening on his arm, and he's got this thing in his head. It's all a bit much for him sometimes. So we send out big love to you, and every now and again, somebody else just take a note and write to Dan. Say, how you doing, mate? This from the All That Matters album. Well, actually, it's not from that. No, All That Matters, that was the first album. This one is from Lockdown Sessions 2, I think, or something, or 1. 1, maybe even. All That Matters. Here it is for Dan.
Here's life in all its mystery, the beauty and the tragedy, the silence and the symphony, and everything between. And deep inside the heart of man, the need to know and understand. Are we a part of some great plan, or just a passing dream? Philosophers philosophize, but rarely look you in the eyes. And politics is compromise that rides the ebb and flow. And money talks and fashion screams to fill the space inside your dreams. If you want something to believe, I'll tell you what I know. Oh, my maker is my savior, my creator is also my friend, and to find him and his favor is all that matters in the end. Spirit of the age decrees, we may not speak in certainties, but that's what Jesus is to me, the bedrock of my soul, a savior who can really save, a power stronger than the grave, the greatest gift I'll ever have, the deepest joy I know. My maker is my savior, my creator is also my friend, and to find him and his favor is all that matters in the end. Oh, my maker is my savior, my creator
is also my friend, and to find him and his favor is all that matters. He's all that matters. He's all that matters. In the end. In the end, come and take it away now, Mark. Oh, ba ba ba, do 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 now. That is All That Matters. A song I recorded in 2003, as a matter of fact, and then we re-recorded it. It was probably one of my most popular songs of thing. I did it on television quite a lot, and yeah, it always meant quite a lot. It was written by Judy Mackenzie Dunn, who was she's now a Baptist. I think she's a retired Baptist pastor now, but she was a big name in the 80s and 90s. Wrote a lot with a guy called Dave Cook, who did my first album, and she was on EMI for some time as a writer and then as a singer. And Judy was, we can say it with all due respect, she was mad as a fruitcake and in the best possible tradition. And she wrote a lot of songs for me, you know. Nobody is right all the time. Nobody can walk a straight line. Can't remember the. No. It's basically, show a little mercy up there on the high ground. Show a little mercy, you might be the next one down. Show a little mercy, join hands with the human race. You never know, someday you might need some saving grace. And it was just a great human song. Join hands, you know. It was I love that. And at the same time, it had that spiritual edge, which is what the songs I was always looking for. And she's now she must be now in her 70s. She's living somewhere up north. But a great writer. She was a great writer. Went to Royal Northern College, and one of the very few who sent it to me in tabulated form, actually handwritten out. It was very rare to get a song, so I didn't get it in a pre-recorded way. So I didn't have pre ideas about it. So when we came to it, we could do it as we wanted to do it. Sue, do you want to talk a little bit about anybody in? Are they saying hello?
Lots of people are in, and a few people have said, "Well, dodgy you might be this week, but actually your voice is sounding splendid. Nothing wrong with your voice."
Thank you.
So there we are. You
well,
see.
but
a
few tears does help. They do here. No, they do. There's kind of the emotion of it. It's something we'll talk about actually in a few minutes. Mm-hmm. Sue. Just give a little bit of an obituary, would you? I'd hate to at this point,
there
but
are a few people that I know are struggling tonight for various reasons. Dear Liz, you lost your lovely husband Thomas
Liz
3 weeks
Alston,
ago, and difficult times. I know that, my darling. So we are still thinking of you, very aware that it's hard. It's hard to carry on knowing that he's gone. And Veira, you mentioned about Roy dying on Friday. Now, some of you will remember that we had Roy and Sally onto our show. Can't remember which one it was, but it was when we were able to do a Zoom call with them. And dear Roy was an extraordinary man. He had an incredible journey, actually. If you remember, he had a terrible car accident, 1998, I think it was. And he was 40, and he had life-changing injuries. In fact, they didn't expect him to survive. But you don't tell Roy that kind of thing. And he did survive, and remarkably as well. And then
decades.
Yes, and he was a quadriplegic, needed help with everything, and it didn't stop him using his computer. And on Friends Reunited, he reunited with his childhood sweetheart, Sally. apparently the foolish man had got rid of her because he thought she was a bit too tall for him. It serves him right.
She was.
So-
But actually,
But
I
actually,
think-
when he was in a wheelchair,
yeah,
it
when
didn't
he was-
matter,
he
did
was-
it?
She was incredibly short. Yeah.
And so she came round to visit him. And I think the story goes that 11 days later, he proposed. She accepted with alacrity. And within
Who was this person, Alacrity?
And then 7 months later, they were married. And they were married for 23 very happy years. It was a wonderful, wonderful relationship between the two of them. And he carried on an extraordinary life. And he had several lives. I think he was more than a 9-life person. I think he had an extraordinary number of near misses. And for those of you who might remember him, he had a wicked sense of humour.
Terrible.
And he
Absolutely
would.
disgusting.
Well, the ones he sent you were
The
disgusting.
ones he sent me,
Yes.
oh my god, totally unrepeatable.
But he used to post little witticisms every day, and they were really laugh out loud kind of jokes. And it was a bit sad when he felt he couldn't do that anymore. But he was extraordinary, and he finally lost the battle on Friday, and he left us, which was very sad. So he was 60. He was born in 1958. So where does that take us to? So he was 67. And extraordinary that he carried on for 27 years after having such a debilitating accident. And he will be sadly missed, but the joy is knowing that he is running around up there in heaven. And we are delighted that he is happy, pain-free, and, as I say, running around. But our love and prayers go out to Sally and all her family, who've been just a lovely family for him to be grafted into. So we missed you, Roy, and we were thinking of you, Sally, and praying for you and the family. And Jonathan's going to sing a song for all those who are grieving tonight.
Very, very old hymn, this one. One of his favourites, I believe. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, you have taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul, it is well with my soul, it is well, it is well with my soul. And Lord, haste the day when my faith shall be sight, the clouds be rolled back as a scroll, the trumpet shall sound, and the Lord shall descend. Even so, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with
and peace like a river, and peace like a river. I
Always.
remember him when we went to see him one time, and he was always so badly behaved.
He was,
I think it kind of-
yes, had a wicked sense of humour,
No, I mean,
Roy,
it was
didn't
just,
he?
but there was something that suddenly came and went again. It would be making fun of me, always about me. He would never compliment me, but I knew he always loved what I did. And he would ask me to do concert after concert.
Yes, he
Which
would.
He's asked me now to do a
Yes,
concert.
and he asked you to do his sort of big birthday,
Yeah,
which was a
yeah.
celebration of being alive so many years afterwards, and his big birthday, which was 65, I think it was
Anyway.
66. And the one I remember the most was when he came to one of the concerts that you did, and Jonathan played Boogie Woogie, and he was sitting there thoroughly enjoying it. And then at the end of it, he turned to Sally and he said, "I'm the only person here that's not tapping his feet."
And that sounds about right. What we're going to do is I'm going to introduce my first friend, but my first and only guest tonight. And Sue, I'd like probably you to just do. Could you do a little bit? Is it possible for you whilst she comes over to go on camera, full camera, and talk about the away day, and just talk about the open mic night and all that's going to be expected.
Indeed.
All right.
Well, here I am. Lovely to see you all again tonight. And so, yes, our away days. We've got a couple coming up. The first one is in a matter of weeks, actually, on the 19th of November, which is only 2 weeks on Wednesday. And we've been working on the programme, having a think about what we want to do. Got some lovely people taking part, all members of the community. And then we want to repeat in the evening. We want to repeat this idea of you taking part. So if you haven't signed up already, then please do. There are still places on the day, so you can still come. But in the evening, we would love it if you would just bring whatever it is you want to bring. So it might be a song, it might be a sketch, it might be a reading. It doesn't have to be funny. We like funny, we like serious, we like all kinds of things. It's part of having a community evening, is that everyone brings what they can bring. Jonathan has warned that there's going to be some kind of mechanism to check whether or not anyone's got a recorder secreted about themselves. So the alarm's going to go off if you try and smuggle some in, Victoria. But there we are. So that will be wonderful. That's in 2 weeks' time. So we're really looking forard to seeing those of you who are coming.
Recorder alert. Nobody is allowed to bring a recorder. It will be confiscated and burned. Right, be used as kindling, all right, for the fire. That's all. That's what I'm saying. I think you agree with me.
And then in April, we are very excited to be hosting our Northern Division, but it is not just open to the Northern Division people, it's open to everyone. A wonderful weekend up at Thornley Christian Hotel in Grange over Sands. Look at it there, it's lovely. And it's a wonderful place.
In the
It's very
lakes.
warm and the food is fabulous, and
is
it will be a
outstanding.
wonderful, wonderful time to be together in a very relaxed kind of way. And you're able to get out and have little walks and just sort of wander around if you wish to. So that's Friday, the 24th of April. And you can either leave on the 26th of April or you can stay over till the next day, a little extra cost. So if you want to register, just use the QR code there or go directly to Thornley Christian Hotel and they will help you and they will take your booking. So there we are. Looking forward to both those away days and seeing all you lovely people there.
Very much so.
Right, are we ready to
We're
go back
back
to
on
Clare?
cams
We're ready
now.
to go back.
Now we're back on cams. We've got two
Here we
cams
go.
here. We've got one there and we've got one here. I have no idea which one I'm on. We will soon find out. We're going to have a little screen on the side there.
You're all both on screen.
Both on screen. Excellent. And we welcome to the big room here, to the Steinway Hall, no longer a Steinway room, but the singer, arranger, conductor, general
extraordinary musician, Clare Wheeler. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. All the way to the front. You'd normally have an audience. We had an audience here last week. You could have kind of, that would have been a good idea, wouldn't it?
Did they not want to come to mine?
Yeah, that's a good point you make.
Actually, it's more a
Bit rude.
case of us not allowing them to come
Yeah.
back again.
Oh, I see.
They would come straight back.
Can I just
Very
say that Jerry
exclusive.
did say, "Oh, there's another pianist tonight."
And this pianist,
Cheeky boy.
he's a cheeky boy, and because he thought that he came in and fired me because he was terribly good, and he's got 13 fingers. It's not my fault. I've only got 10, and I only use 8 of them. So just leave me alone. However, Claire, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, JV.
Right, are you ready for a bit of a singer
I am ready
and
for
a bit of a chat?
sing.
And we'll find out all about you and what happened when. But I thought we'd start with a little bit of autumn and looking out. We had a little fire pit out here last night with the 2 sons and the daughter-in-law, and we just sat out here and we just round the fire. It was lovely, but it was a real autumnal feeling. Seasons of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing
Took the words
sun.
right out of
How
my mouth,
can
yeah.
we conspire to load and bless the what's-his-names that round the thatch eaves run? What is it? Drains. Something. The drains. Drains around the... John Keats did not write drains, all right? He didn't write drains. To autumn. I just give you that to autumn.
To autumn.
To autumn.
Write
okay?
in and let us know
Forget
what,
about
it. And here
what
it
word
is.
Jonathan's
And
got
this one.
wrong.
Ooh, ah, yeah, 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 ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, la da di di da da, la do do, la lo, la do 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 da lo do. The autumn leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear, oh, winter song. But I miss you, I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, the autumn leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves
since you went away. Soon I'll hear.
Soon I'll hear all the winter song, but I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, start to fall. Start to fall.
Wow, that was exquisite. Absolutely beautiful. They love that.
Susan Ann. Yeah, well, hey, good to be back. Sue, can you do me a favour? I know what the problem
Oh,
is.
what's the humming?
The humming is a wire that's dropped off the camera
Okay.
here.
All
So
right.
just if you
Sorry, folks. I'm just going to go and
just
sort the
go
wire
over
out.
this.
I was also humming, though.
You were
It could-
humming.
it
No,
could
no,
be.
it wasn't that.
It wasn't that? You're
there's
sure?
some-
Okay, cool. Just check.
There. And that's it there. Oh, no, you have to correct the camera now.
She thought there might be a bird in.
No, there's no bird in here. It's just the wire has slipped when we moved it around.
We're just getting very
Okay.
conceptual.
We are. And that should be okay. Now that was an interesting. I mean, that song is one of kind of it's like Room 101 of jazz, isn't it? You kind of everybody but anybody.
Yeah, I sort of realised that I don't think I've ever performed it for that reason, because it's
Because
you can
everybody
forget.
does.
Yeah, you can forget about it
Oh,
as an option, and that was
it's-
beautiful to throw all the preconceptions out
Yeah.
the window and just
Well,
treat
that's
it
the
like
first
a
time that's
song.
been done. You and I. But sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry put it in really well. He said it's great to hear a version of Autumn Leaves, which is not tied to the original tune and gives a fresh sound to this song. Incidentally, many of us have had two autumns this year, as the lack of water in summer caused a leaf fall. If Edith Piaf was named after a sparrow, this lady is a hummingbird.
Oh,
Ah.
that's lovely. Thank you.
Jerry knows he's a great musician.
He's a
Hey,
great
thank
wordsmith
you.
as
It's
well.
a great wordsmith and a
so-
great musician. I think actually what was interesting, and it's this is obviously going to be tricky because you're facing that way. If you kind of, why don't you grab a seat? Just grab a seat. Just pull
do
it
it.
across,
Okay.
and then we're going to go over to across the big black chair soon. But we want to get singing and talking about stuff, and I think let's start straight from the top, which was years and years ago. We met here in this house, and you were a child,
Indeed.
and I was a rising star at that time. I'd kind of risen somewhere, but your dad knew of me, and he said, singing lessons. How about it? So you came in. I had no idea where you were pegged and what you were doing. I think you were about 16, 17. Was it something like that?
17, I think, because I was preparing for music college auditions.
Yeah. And you were at Cheatham's Music School.
I was, yeah.
Now, tell us about that, because Cheatham's is a specialist school. Those of you who don't know this one, it's a real hothouse environment, really, for musicians, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a specialist music school, which means it's sort of age 8 to 18. and it's very competitive. So you audition to go and you do all your schooling there. A lot of people board there, as I did. So when my parents moved to Guildford, I wasn't living with them. I was at boarding school.
Manchester.
So in Manchester. So this must have been like I don't know, the summer holidays before the autumn auditions, something like that. I actually went as a violinist.
Did you?
Yeah,
You
classical.
still play?
No.
Oh, that's a
But
real shame.
you will see, because I actually can't turn it off, but anytime I'm reading anything or improvising, I'm
You're playing.
completely connected with the fingering.
Oh my goodness.
It's not,
Still sight reading that.
yeah, I just,
You're not because you're not. You
even
do play the
improvising,
piano.
I do play
You
the
play the piano well, but your main instrument was violin.
It was, at that time, yeah.
But you always, and let me tell you what my initial impression of you
go on.
was. Well, no, it's very favourable. You'll be glad to know. I always thought you were quite the outstanding pupil, and I remember thinking, because my big bugbear is now that people have gone all to MT, and in the world of classical music, the world of classical music is fading fast. In music colleges, just not recruiting. Men don't go to study serious music anymore. Particularly, it's now predominantly female in the college that I'm at. A lot of the orchestras, there are not a lot of men in a lot of roles, and so men don't. They go to do something else. And so classical music, which I happen to love as well. Listen, I love, as you know, I love everything from jazz funk to jazz to whatever. But it's the foundation stone of what, and I think it is for you too. There is this foundation in harmony that you learned as a child, and that you learned as a violinist, and so it's always a shame to me that I didn't want you to go down the path of pop and MT. I thought that would a voice that would be lost. To the intellectual world as well. There's an intellectual life to jazz and the rest of it. But this also, I knew that you could have been a great, this is the thing, you could have been a great classical singer, a great mezzo. You had the range, you could do the mix, the top, you had the whole thing, you could go down, you heard she was singing down in bottom Gs, genuine Gs, and then up as high as top Gs and As. And so it's a good big range. But I didn't feel your heart was in it. But you said, I said something completely different. Now, this is, there might see how we remember things, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
well, tell me.
I just thought I'd, check with you. You're happy for me to repeat it when, but you said, because I genuinely couldn't choose, and actually it turns out I didn't have to for a little while, because I ended up going to Guildhall School of Music and Drama, and you not only could do both classical music and jazz, you had to at that time if you wanted to be on the jazz course. So it was perfect for me. But I remember you saying, why would you want to be a classical singer when you can sing jazz?
That's
and
interesting, isn't it?
I hadn't thought of it that way, and I thought that was really bizarre, because
coming from
you, and I've never lost my love of classical music, and I think for me, I never really decided for sure. I think I just tried to be a student of everything that I could.
Yeah, that's great. That's it. If I may be so bold as a 64-year-old, that's the way. To be a student of everything. And then when people say, "Oh, you know something," yes, I do, because I read so much and I'm listening to so much and I'm imbibing so much, because there's so much exciting stuff out there. There's a piece of that you're going to play sing in a minute. Come Sunday, it's just a beautiful piece of Duke Ellington, and of course our Mark Edwards, who's coming in December to do a birthday special for the diary. I think it's the 14th of December, day before my birthday. He's here. If you're hanging around, come down. Just to have a party, just a bit if you're around. And Mark is just doing the Ellington thing, the whole thing. He's been on tour. But you introduced it, and it's funny because I don't really, if I'm honest with you, I don't really know enough Ellington. And he was such a profound influence on jazz and on Peterson and subsequent Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan and all of these people, and Louis Armstrong. They were all part of that cabal that has influenced us.
Yeah, and I think what's really important to remember about Ellington and the sacred concerts which were happening, he lost
Tell
his...
us about that. Tell us about that.
Yeah, he'd lost his longtime collaborator and friend, Billy Strayhorn. He was, near the end of his life. And also remembering that at that time in the States, black musicians weren't allowed in orchestras. You didn't have access to classical music. So there wasn't a choice for many of those really great minds and talents.
Like Nina Simone, for example. Nina classic.
Many, many. And so in a way, it's kind of a funny thing to be choosing between classical and jazz. That's such a privilege to even be able to discuss that concept. And I think what's amazing with the Ellington Sacred Concerts, there were 3 of them, is that this was his sort of longer form work. This was like, I can really stretch out, and I can really, it's kind of his legacy, I think. And so they're really important works to still be championing, I think.
Well, this one it feels to me like a prayer, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
This one is called Come Sunday. So we'll talk about other stuff later on. Let's do it. It's a real kind of, haven't done it before, so it's great to play it for you. There we go.
Lord, dear Lord above, God Almighty, God of love, please look down and see my people through. Lord, dear Lord above, God of beauty, God of love, please look down and see my people through. Often we'll feel weary, but He knows our every care. Go to Him in secret, and He'll hear your every prayer. Lilies of the valley, they neither toil nor spin, but sun will shine in springtime, birds will sing. Often we'll feel weary, but He knows our every care. Go to Him in secret, He will hear your every prayer. Up from dawn till sunset, man works hard all the day, but come Sunday, oh come Sunday, but come Sunday, oh come Sunday.
There's some punching your girl there. First of all, I could not see at all. I realised I had it that way.
Yes, that did cross
before.
my mind,
I was
but there we
thinking,
are.
I don't know where I am. I can't even see the words. I've got the wrong glasses on too. Oh, they've all gone misty. That you are. But do you
That
know
was
what?
fabulous.
I love you so much that we can do the last bit. We'll do it from Sometimes You Feel Weary.
Yeah,
So
last
we'll
one.
go into that. Yeah. So we do it from the.
But he knows our every care. Go to him in secret. He will hear your every prayer. Up from dawn till sunset, man works hard all the day, but come Sunday, oh come the Someone's asked me to redo the ending before.
That's an encore, girl. That's an encore. That's what we're talking about. This is what you do. This is what it's about.
Once more with more feeling.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's I'm teaching you again. Yes, it's all very good, but let's do it again.
This time more.
Yes.
So Jerry's verse is, being on JV shows not a curse. Indeed, one could do a lot worse. Clare Wheeler was prudent, having been JV's student. His effect on her wasn't a verse.
Amazing.
Not bad, Jezza.
Prudent and student.
Yeah, I know. Think of those
Those two
little.
before.
I
That's
know.
very good.
I mean, now the world of jazz is quite an esoteric world, quite a cerebral world in some ways. For many people who don't have the keys to the kingdom, because that's often harmonically. You know, you go to a concert. Sorry. Microphone.
I heard
You know,
every word.
Yes, but I think they did too because they pick up these as well. But
You're probably louder.
I'm
enough. I
louder
think
than
you're-
nearly anybody in the
yes,
world.
I think so.
Now you came on tour with us. It was such a pleasant time with the family. It was one of those great kind of moments when you got up to sing and people were just, there was and it was lovely having a girl voice in the band. Because Sue used to sing and then she didn't. She stopped singing, and it was a great thing to have a female in the band. Because often what happens in these bands is predominantly men. And now, is that still the case within jazz?
Yes, is the short answer.
So what's that about? Tell us.
Well, I mean, there are many books and theses and historical. It's more complex than a quick answer. But there are certainly things around the opportunity for women to perform, particularly once they have kids, perhaps.
Yes.
And I think these issues were more prevalent when jazz was, at its beginning.
Yes.
And those are the things that we follow. And if you don't see a role model that looks like you, it's harder.
So it was easier for singers though than it was for musicians. When I say, I draw the distinction, you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think it, even within the world of female instrumentalists, there are certain instruments that sort of traditionally have been deemed more feminine or
Brass instruments.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
yeah,
you
it's
know.
true, isn't it?
But so people are dissuaded from, like the saxophone, for example, and things like that. And but we are starting to see, more and more really incredible role models who, they just were able to have the imagination to see themselves doing that without necessarily having someone before
But you
them.
are now a role model for students. Tell us about your role, because it's quite an important role, ironically.
I'm the faculty chair for jazz voice at Guildhall School of Music and Drama. So I have contact with all the jazz voice students there. I run a choir. I teach one-to-one lessons for most of the students at some point when they're there, and that's where I studied. So it was sort of roughly 20 years in between almost. But this has been really special for me because, I was one of 2 singers on the undergrad course when I was there, and one of maybe 3 or 4 girls, on the whole course. And the course is a lot bigger now, but we're seeing those numbers start to change. With effort.
It is a culture. It is a culture, isn't it?
It is a culture.
I do see that. It's the same within. If you look at, I was looking at Bernstein today conducting Mahler 2, and one is completely London Symphony, Berlin. There's all the big orchestras that I started working with, predominantly were men, and that has changed into predominantly women, ironically. And there doesn't seem ever to be this time when we can go, there is a 48-52 split. There seems to be a kind of a balancing and overbalancing. But it always occurred to me, I know that the rigorous life, people would say, I remember them saying, oh, it's a rigorous life, I don't think a woman could take it. What? And I thought, no, that would be it. No,
yeah, because women famously don't go through anything hard.
No, and that was the extraordinary thing, is that, it was such a weird thing to say. And so, could they take the rigour of a Mahler 2, an hour and a half? And I just thought, used to think, what is wrong with you?
Was this
people?
100 years ago?
Yeah, well,
or
no, it wasn't 100 years ago.
Yeah,
Look back.
How many hours are women in labour for?
Yeah.
Well, they can't get up and walk off, can they?
Well, their political preferences are neither here nor there. So, right. Why don't we do? We went through.
Yeah.
Do you fancy that?
I do fancy that.
Because I loved what you did with that, and I think I joined you at the end, or something in the middle or something.
It's all a blur to me.
All a blur. It doesn't really matter, does it?
No, I've never
right.
sung this before today.
No,
so this is very exciting.
But it. There's somewhere in you. The same with me.
Born knowing Bernstein.
We're doing it. I'm doing it with a singer who's listening tonight, and so I think she'll listen and learn. I'm sure. This is from Bernstein's West Side Story, one of the great pieces of musical drama. Let's call it that rather than musical theatre. It is musical theatre, but it's opera as well. It's everything in it. Everything that is. I mean, I don't know what you think about Bernstein.
Well, I was just going to say that actually one of the most moving experiences I had after lockdown was going to see the new West Side Story film. It was the first time I went back into the cinema after lockdown, and I knew the old film really well, and so I didn't really know how I was going to feel about it. And I was absolutely overcome with emotion, and I can't even tell you, I wouldn't even be able to give you any objective kind of analysis of it, because I was so overwhelmed by having had this absence of art and seeing people and hearing people. And then I was just so overwhelmed by people being really good at things and doing it.
Yes.
Like it was sort of that simple to me. I was like, the choreography, like
outstanding.
They kept all the sort of stuff that you love from the original.
Yeah.
But then, technology has moved on so much, so you could get, a much more close sound from the singers and more intimacy, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, and there's so many hits from each one. Do you know, it's interesting because I did Sweeney Todd at Covent Garden, and I was the cadaverous judge. Would you believe? And it was never. Anyway, and some very funny things. I recorded. It was the Sweeney was what was his name? Sue Thomas Allen. Sir Thomas Allen. And Tom and I had done a lot of stuff. He's just won a massive Grammy gramophone award for his contribution to the industry over the years. and I was in the seat, and I heard it was a hydraulic seat, and it went hydraulic. You flattened, and then it went like that, and the people, all the stage crew, were shouting up to him, "Don't pull the lever. The hydraulics aren't working." And it's a 12-foot drop straight down, and I could hear them saying that he couldn't. He was singing, my friend, and he couldn't hear anything. Pulled the lever, I went straight down, boom, landed in the 12-foot, and it damaged my back, and all the kind of going, oh.
And it didn't occur to them to like go on the stage.
Oh no, this is
stop it.
because 2,500 people in
show
the show.
must go on.
Yeah, and they did well.
Broken
Oh yeah,
back or
and
not?
I got into trouble for even saying I had an accident. You know you didn't, said Covent Garden. Yeah, oh yeah.
Nothing
So caring for the
to see here.
singers. Yes, that's right. No, I don't think so. So here we go. This one. I was saying that Sondheim said various rude things about Bernstein, which most people did, but they also said he was an utter. I was in the lift with Sondheim, breath like a flipping cigar factory, just terrible. But he said, John, he said he was but he was an absolute genius. And that's what I've always felt about him. Every time and this song demonstrates that for me. It's sparsity and yet it's absolute fullness when it comes towards the end. So she sung it earlier and she sung it like a goddess. So let's have a listen.
There's a place for us somewhere, a place for us, peace and quiet and open air. Wait for us somewhere. There's a time for us someday, a time for us, time together with time to spare, time to look, time to care. Someday, we'll find a way of forgiving There's a place for us, a time and space for us. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Hold my hand, yes, I'll take you there.
Oh, that was nice.
That was
wasn't it?
extraordinary.
That
That was
was-
hairs up in the back of your neck time.
Did you enjoy that? That was good, wasn't it?
Very
It was,
good. Very good.
Actually, it's
Lovely.
that end. He manages to get it. Do you know what's interesting? And this is just for musicality's sake. He does this. Bum, 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 ba, bum, 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 ba, ba, I mean, it's genius.
Yeah.
Getting the theme in there.
I almost couldn't be persuaded to go and see the new West Side Story movie because I was afraid they would have changed the overture.
Yes.
And so I was almost, but they didn't.
You were ready
Yes.
to leave at the end of the overture if they changed it.
yeah.
Right.
You've reduced a few people to tears, apparently.
Well, and rightly so. Isn't this just fabulous?
Fabulous.
We should have had Steve Flashman in here, and I'm so glad he's not in. No, he cancelled at the last moment. He had services to do so. Actually, I immediately just thought this would be wonderful, and I've wanted to get you in here. Since last Christmas, I wanted to, and actually, I think with this room, we're able to stretch. You use this room now to work in.
Yeah.
And we're so loving the fact that you use it. It's a great resource. And we love being able to sing out. And the neighbours, in the summer, they love it. Can you imagine having music going on here like this?
Yeah.
Now,
what I love about, if I can, just one more thing, like
no, you could do anything you like here.
It's the age you are sometimes, isn't it, when you experience something. I was so young when I saw West Side Story the first time that you sort of remember things, but you maybe don't understand the implications. It's the famous thing about like watching Sound of Music as a kid and not realizing about the Nazis or something.
Yeah.
And then as a grown up, you're like, oh, okay. And I think with this, understanding a bit more some of the political stuff that's going on behind, but for me, there's a place for us.
Yes.
Somewhere a place for us, and I just
inclusivity.
I just feel that so strongly in this song, and I love that we can take messages that don't date from music from any time and any genre.
That's very rich. And
Mm.
Sondheim, having obviously written this, he was a particular, when he really writing for his time at a time of segregation, and knowing that Puerto Ricans and the way that it all worked in America. And those of us who've been and worked in America, I was so stunned when I went to New York. I had no idea it was as separate as it was. Everybody in their little silos, their racial silos. And, people do kind of cross over, but it's the Italians and the Puerto Ricans and the blacks and everybody. I thought, I suddenly felt how, relatively speaking, integrated our society in England is. It's all relative. And so this obsession with race, always an obsession with race, to the point where a person who's got so many races in me, I don't even know what I am. And so where is that? Actually, and it's a song, it's a bit emotional for me because I often found as a child there was no place for me because no group ever. The reason I became a musician was because there was no place for me. And actually, I found it right the way through my life that, how do I put this? You can have a brown skin, but don't be too clever. I always got that. I always got that feeling. Don't be too clever. Don't be too sure of yourself. And we accept you into our world. But it was somewhere I always found, it was an emotional song for me because of that. And I thought, Sue accepted me. There was never a moment that Sue didn't accept me. She never saw colour. She saw me. Seeing that old MLK thing. It's about seeing the value of somebody's soul rather than be judged by the colour of their skin, all of that stuff.
And also the importance of culture, and imagine the impact of hearing those rhythms and that music in concert halls and in, being played by classical orchestras and you just can't.
You can't quite get the impact of the first time. It's when Mozart played it, or when all that stuff. Beethoven, any of these great composers, Mahler, when he did his extraordinary thing, the Mahler 2, the Mahler 8, those moments where it just goes, doom, and it's like a nuclear bomb, and you'll never be the same again. And I was sitting by the fire here. Guy came and picked up some pipes for he was doing the Papageno, and he wanted to borrow my. So Jan came with his partner. He came and he sat down, and the voice said, until Jan was singing, I'd never heard classical music before. and now I can't stop listening to it. And it was like, oh, that's it. You've opened your mind to it. You've opened your mind, and suddenly there's other stuff. And I love that.
I saw a thing on Instagram, like maybe yesterday, that was like, yeah, I mean, new music is cool, but like, have you ever heard old music?
Yes.
And I love seeing like, you know, like first time reactions of like, you know, 14-year-old hearing Frank Sinatra for the first time or something like that. And
Blows
it's
their
just
mind.
so
The arrangements.
so cool.
All the arrangements, the 40s and 50s, the big bands. It still blows me away. You know, listening to the, you know, Flintstones, and make the Flintstones, blah.
We were so spoiled with kids shows.
We were.
The original Thomas the Tank Engine,
Yes.
like the do. Like, do we have any kids shows that have the diminished thing in it?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, really interesting.
Yeah.
Talking of great songs and great people
Shall
who
we
wrote
sing
great
one?
ones, why don't we sing? Why don't we sing both sides?
Yeah, let's do
We had a cry to this earlier.
Yeah.
We were in a cryy mood, and actually we got it all out. And you go.
Did we though? Did we get it all out?
Did we go?
We're gonna find out.
Maybe not.
It's a bit of a game of chicken, isn't it? We're
It
just
is,
going to
isn't
see
it?
who cries
With
first.
tears. I've been a crier. Have you been a crier all your life?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah. I'm crying right now.
Are you
No,
crying?
no.
Well, no, but
No,
I cried when you were doing that. I was welling up. When I make music with people, one of the great things about doing this is we're making music together. It's just happening. It happens here. I love that. I love the fact that it could just happen.
I think that's the thing about jazz for me is about things happening in the moment that haven't happened before.
Yes. Yes.
And that is at the heart of jazz as a core thing that's sort of, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not in other musics because of course it is, but it's a core value. if you like.
Yes. Okay. Right. Well, this one.
No crying.
We're going to hear some songs from you soon. You're going to sit down at the piano and play some of your own stuff, and some. She's got a single coming out for Christmas, and we'd love you to buy it. With a download it on your, and it'll be all the stuff will be up on the screen. She's given you all her socials, and you can just scan it in. And the way to do that is to take your mobile phone and put it onto the camera setting, and then just aim it at the square. It will go into a little yellow box, and then you just press that, and it will take you exactly to that place. And from there, you can download the track. And we'd love you to, everybody here. It costs nothing. How much does it cost? £2?
Well, it's actually not out yet.
No.
It's a couple of weeks. November 14th is the release date.
Okay, not far.
But it's not far off.
We'll keep advertising it on here.
Thank you.
Anyway, this one is one of probably the most extraordinary songs ever written, I think, and it is. And Sue sung it before. When I said about singing it, she said it's a very emotional song, and she didn't know whether she had the amount of emotion that she could contain it, because it is. And when I saw what's her name, doing Joni Mitchell do it in that last version, that orchestral version, I was literally weeping. I was weeping because it was so beautiful. So I can't remember what we were going to do. I'll do bits of the chorus. That's all, isn't it? Tears. Yeah,
Something will happen.
Yeah, something will happen. Well, I like that. I love that face. Okay. Can I just check? There's no string gone funny here. Because I hear something that's not right. Is there anything landed on that? No, it's all right. Okay. Here we go. G major.
Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air, and feathered canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, now they only block the sun. They rain and they snow on everyone. got in my way. I've looked at clothes from both sides now, from up and down, still somehow it's cloud illusions that I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel as every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave them laughing when you go, and if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions that I recall. I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and screams and circus crowds. I've looked at life that way, but now old friends, they're acting strange. They shake their heads, they say I've changed, but something's lost, something's gained in living every day.
I've looked
Look to life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions that I recall. I really don't know life at all. At One of the greatest songs ever written.
Sue's having a tear there. Oh my goodness. No.
And I think this with a lot of Joni's music, but this one, I think so many people would relate to this statement, but it means something different year by year.
Yeah.
And you hear that that recording on the album Clouds, and she's so young, and
So
it's
innocent.
it's sort of a different kind. You know, you think that you've been through certain things, and you have, and some people more than others, and she certainly didn't have an easy start, you know, at that time, but then you hear that Vince Mendoza orchestration, and also you see what she's done, where she's so like in synergy with like Wayne Shorter and Herbie Hancock, and there's players on that where you're just like, you know that they've got, talking about somewhere to belong. Like, you know, I think so many of her songs feel like she doesn't belong, but she really belongs in that. Yeah, and it's really powerful. Really
Now,
powerful.
I think actually, so could you do some adverts?
No.
Oh.
That's very unkind.
All right.
Very unkind.
In which case, why don't we just up it a little bit and let's have a backing track, My Funny Valentine. Why don't we do that one? Let's do that, shall we?
That
And then we'll get
famously,
you
famously up tempo.
up-tempo My Funny Valentine. And the insult
and
song, isn't it?
I'm just going to dedicate this to Hillary Hawley, who was 70 yesterday, and I just want to say happy birthday, Hillary.
Now, who starts? Can't remember. Happy Hillary. Happy Hillary birthday.
I think I start.
You start, yeah.
You might need to tell me when.
Kind of, I don't know, yeah.
I want to stand for this.
Oh, yes. We do that. It's the French one. It's a French cafe. It is 13 years afternoon. There's a lot of drinking going on.
Thank
and
you.
so here we go. My Funny Valentine.
You're my funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. You make me smile with my heart. Your love's laughable,
unphotographable. Yet you're my favorite work of art. Ooh. Is your figure less than Greek? Well, really.
Is your mouth a little weak?
When you open it to speak, are you smart? Oh, but
Don't change your hair for me.
not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. How fabulous is Valentine's Day. Come on, Mark. You improvise on this. Go on. Do your thing. Oh, is your figure, well, is it less than Greek?
Is your mouth a little weak?
Good point. When you open it to speak, are you smart? But don't change a hair for me.
Not if you care for
let's go for it
me.
Stay, little Valentine. day. It's Valentine's
Day.
Here we go. This is that little BBC Radio 2 saying good night. And this. Hey, I'm loving this.
Yeah, me too.
You're really fantastic. It's just great to do the synergy. Have we got any responses to
Oh, people are just loving it. Absolutely loving it. Lots of praise, lots of hearts, and
Do you have any more poetry, though?
Yeah. Come, hurry up, Jerry.
yes.
We've got,
No,
we've got
no.
all night.
I'm
he's-
starting to have
well,
expectations.
He did write one earlier on when you were talking about colour of face and so on. He said everyone somehow fits in, and when they do, it's a win-win. It's what's behind the face, not the language or race, nor the colour of anyone's skin.
Oh, all right, Jerry.
You're on that
Martin
one.
Luther King, eat your heart out. Right, Sue, I think we've got to go to. I don't think we're going to get to that bloke, those black chairs.
No, I don't think you
I
are,
think we're going to
actually.
stay exactly where we
Don't
are.
think anyone's
And I'm gonna-
interested
we're
in
gonna
you in the
swap over.
back
You do the
chairs.
adverts. She'll come and play some songs for us,
Okay.
and then we'll
All right,
finish.
then.
We'll finish up, I think, with His Eyes on the Sparrow. That's probably what's going to happen now, because I think actually we've done nearly all that we were going to do. So we've done Come Sunday. Yeah. Why don't we do the adverts, Darren?
Okay.
So tell me, I'm off screen.
Okay, you're off screen. I'm on screen. So the next show where you can see Jonathan Veira live is in Cheltenham on the 29th of November. So looking forward to going and joining the guys there. It's going to be fabulous. Brian and Eunice, and of course Brenda will be there as well. So join us at Elim Church in Cheltenham on the 29th of November for a Christmas JV. And then in January, we've got Chippenham on the 24th of January. February, we've got a big gig in Laneham Staines area on the 21st of February. And then the following weekend, we're down in Dawlish. And in June, we have a wonderful event in Avenue Baptist on Westcliff-on-Sea. So it's all hotting up out there, which is fantastic. So really looking forward to seeing some people at the concerts, and that's going to be fabulous. And if you want to know any more details about any of that, then you need to go to the website, which is jonathanveira.com. And all the details are on there of what time we start, and the venue, and the cost of tickets, and how to get the tickets. So don't delay, go and find out. Buy these Christmas presents for people. It's always fantastic to take your friends and family along to these things. And if you want to have any questions answered, then it's sue@jonathanveira.com. If you're thinking of having Jonathan come to your church, don't delay about that either. Talk to me, and I'd be very happy to help you. And they're always wonderful. And I know that we would just love to bring Jonathan to come to your church. And what have we got next? I'm confused after all the different dates and things. Right, yes, Steinway Room. The next one is on the 16th of November. And that's going to be having Jonathan's pupil, Benny, come in. He's a lovely lad, another singer-songwriter. And that's going to be a joy to have him in here on the 16th of November. Then
19 years old.
He is 19, but he's a mature boy,
Brilliant boy.
Then in December on the 14th, we've got lovely Mark Edwards, as we said. And then the 21st, possible carols with JV from the Steinway Room. 21st.
Really?
Well, we won't be here, but we might produce something that can
might
be
we?
played.
Okay, I see. All right.
But we need to talk about that. So that's anyway, what you need to know is the 16th of November. We will let you know a bit closer to the time about what we're doing. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, you must do so.
Do it now.
So do it now. Go on to YouTube. It will cost you not a penny, but it means that Rachel gets points, and points means prizes as far as Rachel's concerned, and she ends up being able to then do all kinds of bits and pieces for us. So That's go onto YouTube, click on subscribe, click on the thumb, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and you'll get all the details about when we're doing the next concert, etc., etc., etc. And I think we're done, aren't we? Oh, Wygaff.
Hello, everybody. I'm yawning. Sorry about that.
That's a bit rude.
It was a short night,
That was
but
very
just
rude.
to say, oh no, no, that's it. Yeah, I think just to say thank you for this swing chair, and to
Very
the
kind.
lovely Lynn and Jim who came to watch this. They're nice, aren't they?
Really nice.
Really nice and comfortable.
I'm gonna need
One.
details.
You
Well,
want-
I'm gonna need one. Yes.
One.
Yes.
Well,
at least
yeah,
one.
wherever you go. I'm sorry, my rider is one of these
One
chairs,
of
and
these
they've got to
chairs.
be. Absolutely. But it's nice because you can relax back into it, and you can twist around. That's what's nice. And so we just thank Jim and Lynn who came the other day, and they came to put it up, and that was hilarious to watch because Jim had about as much. He said, "Oh no, instructions." I'm from Wiltshire. I don't do instructions.
Jonathan, you're meant to be talking about Wygaff.
Well, oh yeah. Sorry, Sue. So if any of you have any need out there, sorry. Okay, no.
Be sensible.
Now remember, YGAF, you got a friend trust. It exists for you, people. It exists for you who have need at this time. We all have different needs. And if you have a need, we are here for you. And Adrian is here to help you with the trusty trustees, 4 of them, who we've appointed. We've given away nearly 100 grants over these years. All money assembled by you and given by you, and the generosity that you have for other people. It's a kind of cooperative. So if you have a need tonight, then please just contact Adrian. On the screen, you see where it is. Or if you feel too embarrassed about that, contact me directly, and I can get hold of him. Or Sue, you can do that, and we can get you the form to fill. It's hardly anything. But we must do for charity status. We have to make sure that we are following the rules. But apart from that, if you have the need of a washing machine or a thing, we can't pay your mortgage for you, but we can give you, see if you need emergency food or whatever it is. We are here to help. You've got a friend trust. Do it now, and remember, we are here for you. Okay, you're not here for us. You're here for you, to serve you in the best way possible. I'm back. Look what's happened. We've swapped places.
Ta-da.
And this we're gonna have a few songs now. These are jazz. Now, bearing in mind, jazz is
What is jazz?
what is
Jonathan?
jazz?
I've been
I
wanting
mean,
to
Sue
know.
falls asleep in Ronnie Scott's to a drum solo.
Is that
She
a
doesn't
definition?
understand. So the keys to the kingdom, they're not always so. Some of it is more out there, and but I think some people. It's good for people to listen and pay attention to what's going on and listen to how you paint the words. So you've some of these are. First one is what are you doing?
Yeah, this is actually a song that I've written. My son's name is Isaac, and we chose that name because of its meaning, which is he who laughs. And I've never been more convinced that like how you name someone completely like affects.
Shapes,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's is the one thing that everyone comments on is how full of laughter he is and how joyful he is. And I becoming a mother. I found very difficult, and in a lot of ways it's the most wonderful thing I've done and the hardest, and I know that sounds like a cliche, but it's just the truth. But it was the first time that I realized that I was going to have to write about this experience to get through it.
Yeah.
I hadn't really had that kind of relationship to writing, partly because I compose music without words more easily than music with words.
yes.
But yeah, I started writing this song 7 years ago or something like that, and it's just been sort of tripping
How old is he
along.
now?
He's 8.
8. So
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
okay.
And what it's about is the wonderful things and how it takes the most from you, and you give everything you've got. And the first line that keeps coming back is "He who laughs." Okay. Also, I'm kind of known for like writing really hard chords that
Yeah, you do,
people
yeah.
get
Yeah.
annoyed about, and now I have to play them for the first time.
So
So
now you-
it's
now
like
you-
it's a
yes.
bit of karma. So
Okay, it's come round.
yeah, here we go.
Right in the bottom. Or the left hand, as
Yeah.
we know it.
Yes, yes. Sometimes the right, but
Right,
yeah.
yes, okay.
to burn. And in the storm you can be free as you were born to live, to learn. He who loves the most, heart will run and run wild, made for a dance I still don't know. He who loves, no, he will ask the most, child with the eyes that ask why, fragments of song we're still to sing. Down by the shore you can be certain there's no more to give, to burn. And in the storm you can be free as you were born to live, to learn. He who loves the most, heart will run and run wild, made for a dance I still don't know. He who loves, 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 he who loves.
That's good. Crunch, Canudi. Sue, I'll explain all of that harmony to you later on.
Thank
But
you
what's
very much,
interesting
darling.
is that you see, this is lovely, and I think he who laughs and he who loves. I was just really keying into the lyrics. That's terribly moving.
I did nearly start crying.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, because you said he also has special needs, and so it's a lot that is involved in the emotions for you, isn't it?
And I think he's challenged me more than any other experience to really think differently and to let go of preconceptions, and so I'm just not the same. I'm not the same.
Not the same woman,
And
no.
I love that. It it has its
Well,
difficulties.
surely isn't
but
that part of that you're not going to be the same?
No.
One hopes that you want.
Yeah.
If you're confronted by stuff
Yeah.
like this, it either makes a difference to
Yeah.
you, and in a positive sense, or it breaks you. And it does. I think that it does for a lot of people. It does break them.
Yeah, and I think it was kind of that aspect that was making me feel very emotional about both sides now with the last verse and saying, my friends say I've changed, and I know I've changed, and I know that has changed how people feel.
Did you lose friends because of it?
Not in a direct way like that, but talking about spaces and places for us, like that has been defined in a different way now, and also just how I think about things. And sometimes it's too hard to be close to very rigid thinking when your life doesn't allow for that.
And so that has. You were talking to me originally about your view of faith has changed, but necessarily for you. And so it's quite interesting that space for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when you're confronted by the harsh realities of life, it is. You can go either way. I mean, I think actually that the Clare that I knew is, and I use this term carefully, as godly a woman as I knew then as she is now. I say that to you, okay? And as a friend and as somebody involved in the industry. you are different, and that marks you out, and it does. And your spirit is different. The family you come from, the history, all of that. So faith touches us, I think, in different ways. All of us have, and I know a lot of people out there have come to different conclusions about things, and we are a community of faith and no faith. There are many people who listen who don't have any faith at all.
But it's interesting because I feel like I haven't changed my connection with faith. Actually, it's just kind of the frameworks around it.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's something valuable. There's something very difficult but very valuable about trying to let go of preconceptions and rules around things.
Which you've had to do.
Which I had to do, and has been a gift, really, in that regard. Really been a gift, yeah.
Time is running out, and I see time. We won't be able to get all these done. Can we? I'd love you to do the single. I would love you to do the Coventry Carol, because I think this one. I was listening to this, and it's you'll kind of pick up the way it's. Many of you are familiar with my Oh Holy Night album, where we messed around with the tempo of whichever one it was. I can't remember which one was it. So you remember which one it was? In the Bleak, which has remained one of my favourite recordings of mine ever. And we just added just a few, just give it breath, give it space to breathe. Because often I think hymns do this, finished, 4 lines and you're done. And so actually, what Coventry Carol, which is one of my favourite carols, sadly we won't be able to do that this year. Won't be doing any carols this year. Probably we'll sing some in the Isle of Wight, I believe, Sue. We will be in the Isle of Wight on the 21st, and we're going to sing a song. I think I'll sing a song that day, but sing carols in the congregation. That'll be a first for me. I can't remember the last time I did that. So sing This Is Carol at Coventry Carol. Why Coventry?
So this is such a famous carol in this country, but I don't think people always think about what it's about, which is the massacre of the innocents in the Christmas story. And I think sometimes familiarity, it's the same thing we're just talking about. Familiarity can mean that we lose the meaning of things. And so this is, I've called it Coventry Carol, a lament for lost children. And I started writing it inspired by things that I was seeing in Afghanistan years ago. And I started my life in Sudan.
See, it's happening again now.
Yeah, and with everything happening in Gaza as well. And what I feel I really wanted to say with this was I wanted to open our definition of empathy, and who do you see as a mother, and who can you empathize with that sense of incredible loss. And so on the single, it's actually a former student of mine who's an Egyptian singer based in London called Amena. She's incredible, and she sings the first refrain in Arabic. And so we mix together English and Arabic, and it's I think it's pretty special. I feel very
persuaded by it.
Yeah, tied into it. And what I would love, if anyone is based in or near Guildford, have a concert with the 2 musicians that I recorded this with.
Yes, could you put that up, please? The concert, it's up there now.
It's part of the Guildford Jazz organisation. It's in Godalming on the 12th of December.
St John's, isn't it?
St John's. And we're going to perform it there.
Fabulous.
So.
Right, let's hear it.
Lule, lule, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, lule, lule, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, lule, lule. Oh, sisters too, how may we do for to preserve this day? so the king in his raging charge any earth this day. Lully, lully, is man of might in his own sight. Oh, young children to slay. Lully, lully, thou little tiny child. Bye, bye, lully, lully. Thou little tiny child. Bye, bye, lully, lully. That woe is me, poor child, for thee, and evermore and lully, lully, for thy parting, neither say nor see.
My goodness. Difficult to follow that one, isn't it? Dear me. 'Cause I've sung it, we've sung it with the choir many times. Slaughtering of the Innocent is always one of the great travesties of the world is watching people be slaughtered in their hundreds, thousands, and for nothing to happen. And I still can't square the circle. And so, thank you for writing that. It's very haunting. Da, 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 dee. But that motif is very, very moving. And I presume that's with vocals.
Yeah.
So you do it. It's all. If you imagine all of those 4 parts, it's much more. Now to just we've got to come to the end. It's near the end. Yeah, it is. We've got one song. We can do one song now, which we'll do. We've got to do our song. But just to say that you were part of your massive background was that you were part of the Swingle Singers, or were they known as Swingles in the end, weren't they?
Both at different times. These days it's the Swingles, yeah.
The Swingles. Did you find that difficult to leave?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, singing. I mean, we're just two, and it's just such an incredible human experience. Two voices together.
Harmony, yeah.
Can you imagine 7 voices together? You know, so it was very, very hard to leave, of course. But I had things to say that, you know, I needed to do in a different way, and that was. You know, I did it for nearly 12 years. So.
Yes, it was a long-term thing. I remember doing a concert with you and thinking, this is it's a phenomenal thing. Opera is a very different. We do it in a very different way, and we're all fighting each other. You know? I mean, often, you know, opera singers would be going, I can sing louder than you. Yes, exactly. Just hold my beer. And it's very much like that. But when you have something which is about synergy, ultimate synergy, and that Voces 8 type thing, and the 60, all of these unaccompanied King singers, but you the Swingle singers and the King singers were the primary a cappella group within this country, weren't you, for years?
At that time, probably, yeah.
At that time.
Yeah, maybe.
And very famous, people will remember them from television appearances and things like that. But anyway, time
We've got to do
time
it.
has come.
This
Time
is
has got
the
to come
song.
to an end.
I'll
Have you got?
never-
Do you remember that? You remember it, don't you? Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Do you need the lyrics? Should we stay where we are?
I've got them here, so I'm all
All right,
good.
okay.
And
All
I
right.
also don't need them, so
Okay.
double whammy. Do you
So
need them?
do you want? Should we put this thing flat? Do you need? Should we put it flat then?
That's fine.
then actually we can see you.
Whilst they're just sorting themselves out here, I just want to say that I want to dedicate this song to a couple of people who've got birthdays coming up. Marion Hornby, you are going to have your birthday on Tuesday. We don't know how old you're going to be. We do not need to know how old you're going to be. However, John Bound's birthday is on Saturday next
and he's
week,
135 years old.
He's 82. So we wish you both a very happy birthday this week, and anyone else who has a birthday coming up. We love you, and we wish you a very happy birthday, and that you may also know that God has his eye on you.
On the Sparrow, and this one goes back. This was recorded with me 2011, all those years ago, in the album Travelling Songs. If you want it, you can listen to it online now. But it was just taking me back, straight back to that studio, and you were so commanding. You walked into that studio, and we recorded it, and Mark and I went, ooh. It was. I thought I'll have this rehearsal. I think not.
I was on my best behaviour as well.
And she was yes, exactly. She said, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do this, and we did it, and it turned out to be one of the great tracks of the album. Very many people played it for many years. Still being played on radio now, and so here it goes. And this one for everybody. We're going to finish after this song, and that's going to be it. And we just will say, the Lord bless you, keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you. And the Lord be gracious unto you. The Lord turn his face towards you and be gracious unto you. And peace, go peaceful in gentleness. But in the meantime, here's this one. Why should I feel discouraged? And why do the shadows come?
Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home?
When Jesus is my portion, a constant is he. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches.
I know he watches.
Yes, I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches.
I know he watches.
Yes, I know he watches you. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Claire Wheeler. Claire Wheeler, what a
Thank you,
fantastic
Claire.
evening. What a beautiful thing
Fantastic.
it's been having you in. And we've got to do it again, all right? We've got
Definitely.
to do it again.
Definitely.
And to your dad, Andy Wheeler, out there, hopefully he's watching, and your mum. I just hope you've all enjoyed the show. And if you haven't
I
subscribed,
have.
please do
Yes.
go and watch her in Guildford on December the 12th at
12th.
St John's in
Godalming.
Godalming, and you will not be disappointed. It's been a lovely evening.
Special evening. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
for
Claire.
coming
People have
along.
loved it.
They loved it.
Really loved it. So thank you.
God bless you, and see you again.